All right, well, this is the first problem I've had here. This valve, this ball valve, controls the water that flows through the dosatron. And I went to open it today, and look, it split. It split down the handle, so the mechanism inside doesn't move anymore. The rest of the valves seem to work fine. They're a little stiff, but they work. That's how this started. It was, it got really difficult to turn, and then it just snapped. So what do you have to do? Well, we got to drain the system first so we can turn off the water here. And then to drain, because this is all now full of water. Like if we do the vent here, you can see it's got a bunch of water in it. So what we can do is open this unit and then give it some air through here. That's that little vent valve on top of the dosatron. It's the only way to get air into the system. And cool, I mean, that's basically done pissing out. So the next step here, well, we got to remove this valve, right? And that's a thread-on assembly on both sides here, so that's easy to replace. But in order to spin it off, we're going to have to remove this side here, so that we'll take these off, and we'll take these screws out, and we might have to pop the dosatron off of this little hanger thing that it's on just to get it out in the open. I don't think we'll have to take off that side. I think this whole thing will just kind of rotate towards me. We'll spin this off, take this off, replace it with tape instead of the pipe dope, and then we'll test it out. All right, so we use the Allen wrench to take off this clamp here, and now we just need to disconnect these two unions. This is why I put these in here. It makes it really simple. Just do this, and we do this. Okay, now you can see that we have this section is split off. So all we need to do is pop the dosatron out so that we can rotate this, twist this to unthread it off of the dosatron. Yeah, okay, well, we got it out. You can see, just thread it off of there, and thanks to these nice union connectors that we have here, it makes it really easy to remove this thing. So let's get the ball valve replaced. Okay, here's another look at that, and we're here in the shed, so let's go find what we need. 3/4 inch ball valves. We need one that's threaded on both sides. Hopefully I don't have to go up to Home Depot. Here we go. We're in luck. All right, let's swap that one out with this one. Yeah, this is the old one. Check it out. When we rotate the handle, the ball valve inside doesn't move at all. Okay, that was easy. Use my PTFE tape. This Blue Monster stuff is pretty good. When I put this together originally, I used that pipe dope, that white gooey stuff. Man, that didn't work at all. I had all kinds of leaks, so now I always use this Blue Monster on all my PVC connections. All right, let's go reinstall it. All right, here we are. You see I replaced the pipe dope with the Blue Monster on the dosatron, and we got our replacement ball valve ready to go. Let's get it reinstalled. All right, you can see I got the new ball valve installed. The two unions are tightened back up, as well as our clamp here. These clamps are kind of cool. They're just a standoff that holds the PVC securely to the board here. So let's see if we can get the system going and see if we have any leaks. First, let's close this valve. And now we'll open up the flow. And now we can close the top valve. Here's our new valve. Seems to rotate nicely. Oop, I missed one step. There's this air bleed valve up here. We press on that until water comes out, and that primes the pump here. This is a water-powered pump, so we don't want air in there. We can do the same thing on the filter down here. Okay, now we're ready. All right, I just did a test run of 5 minutes on every zone out there in the orchard, 8 zones. And so now we should hear the dosatron doing that click, click, tick-tock noise. There we go. Still trying to get primed. That's why it's making that other one. And so what this does is this pulls up. This is a water-powered pump. If we watch the hose here, it's got a little fluid in it. You can see every time it makes that noise, it sucks it up a little bit more. Into the bucket down here, I usually add the dry fertilizer combined with water, and I make my own fertilizer mix. Right now it just has a cleaning agent in here to clean out the bucket and all the lines and the emitters and whatnot out here. All right, everything looks good. I don't see any drips or leaks, so that's all for this one.